Hi, everybody. It's been a hot minute, but I just wanted to come out with a sort of beginner-friendly, some interesting thing, I guess. I don't know what to really call this, but I guess it's more aimed towards beginners. And for players that haven't really, been paying attention to the different icons on the map, and maybe they're wondering, like, oh, I thought it was going to be this enemy. Or like I don't know like which enemy I'm gonna run into, basically. And this was something I was gonna post about 5 weeks ago before I was ill in bed and then moved. So this was supposed to be like pre-season 3, and now we're like kinda into season 3 at this point. And now that Sortie is actually out too, and the season 3 map is also out, this information hasn't really changed, but it could be more useful now because of Sortie. So let me kind of just run through it and what's going on. So basically, right here on the screen, uh, I made a graphic a while ago. I went and I compiled all of the different enemy icons, and if there's one that I'm missing somehow, let me know. But I ran through a bunch of like normal chaoses to try and get these. I do not have the boss icons on here because obviously, like the bosses, they're tied to like the specific planets or whatever. And I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, if you've ran into the boss before, you should know sort of like the faction or like the weakness or whatever. But if you guys want me to update this with the boss icons, I could do that. That's not really that much of an issue. But regardless, this is for like the normal enemies and the elites. And the reason I'm doing this as well is because I have gotten questions about this during season 2, like, hey, I went into the elite, the one with the Kafox icon, but it wasn't the Kafox like elite monster. So like, what's the deal with that? So basically, let me let me pull up the chaos here. So for season 2 specifically, it was sort of based on the Swamp of Judgment. So if we look at Swamp of Judgment and we look at monsters, you'll be able to see that here's like all the monsters for here's all the monsters for the map. And here's the Kafox right here. Basically all of the elite monsters are up here. You know. So, well, so you'll sort of see going through, you'll be like, okay. And then you'll see that there's another faction here. So like basically what's going on here is they split these planets up. They all have two factions. So we'll go back in here. We have the Sacred faction up here, which, I mean, if you click on that, you'll see. But we have the Sacred faction here. That's all of these. That's the one with the green icon. And then we'll get here to the Dialos, and that'll be blue. And those will be all the blue icons, basically. And, I mean, down here, there are... Not that, but there are these guys that are, like, the non... They don't have, like, an element or anything like that. These ones, you'll usually find, like, if you see these ones, you'll usually find them in, like, unidentified zones and whatever. So it doesn't really matter for the purpose of this video. But essentially, like, you'll see these sort of, like, elites right here. In fact, it even says it, like, right there, you know? Like, that's normal. But then these are the elites. So if you see an icon that looks like that, which I have pulled up on the screen here, or I should, for the Sacred section, like, I have these all separated out by factions. If you see, like, the icon, it could be any of these right here. It's how it's working. And if you look for Dialos, it would be, isn't it these four, I believe? Yeah, because this is just part. So it would be any of these four when you see the icon. And if you go through each of the planets, you'll be able to see like which one's which, and you'll be able to tell which ones are which. Like, for instance, this is all just a pure red planet, but you'll see that this is a mutant, whereas like these ones are Chaos Order, which if you're playing the new seasonal planet right now, you'll recognize these enemies, like they're all Chaos Order enemies here, Chaos Order elites. These are mutant elites right here. This guy's like not an elite, but you know, we know. So yeah, I think for Sortie specifically, this information could be pretty useful, especially if you've upgraded your tree quite a bit and you have the increased chance for the monster cards. Let me pull it up so you can see what I'm talking about. It should be this one. Increase the chance of obtaining monster cards from elite areas 50%. So if you have something like that, especially because if you've played Sortie, I don't know if you've really messed around with the monster cards, but some of them can be like really crazy. Like I ran into one that was it was like something, I forget if it's mutated or whatever it is, but it was a Sorrowful Godfather, specifically this guy. It was like it deals damage, then it does 3 agony, and then it adds agony based on how much agony they have. So basically, it doubles the agony stack. So on someone like Tressa, if you had like 7 agony on an enemy, add 3 agony, so now they're at 10, and then it adds 10 agony because that's what they're at. They're at 10. Could be useful for Tressa. Could be useful with any DPS that has a bunch of like agony epiphanies. I think the information is just useful in general. Like Wolf's Bane here, Dark Grip. You know, there are some elites if you look around, like monster cards. Like I haven't played around with all of the monster cards obviously in the Sortie mode, but if you're looking for something specific, you can tell just based off of the faction. If you're at a crossroads, like, oh, we have like we have a Delos and then we have a like mutant, and it's like which one would I go for? Well, if I'm playing a team that's like primarily like blue, then I could go for the Delos one. But if I'm looking for a specific card, like say I'm looking for honestly, I don't know what the Sortie monster cards are for some of these. I know for Wolfsbane, but I don't know about these ones. But say I'm looking for like the pain monster card, then I would choose the mutant route, you know. But basically, the whole point of this video, it's not to not to ramble too much, but it's to sort of put this information out because I have gotten questions about this. I know there's a lot of people that do already know this information, but I'm just putting it out there again for people that don't know, that haven't actually gone through and checked what each faction are, what all the elites and stuff. I mean, if you guys want me to make another image, then just compiles like all of the elites. Like, yeah, these are all the invader elites right here, you know, like, because, well, I guess some of these show up like multiple times in like the same fight, but like, you know, it's like, oh, so if you're looking for a specific card, like the Soldier Prime, I think it's like Wanderer Soldier Prime in the Sortie, then you'll know like, oh yeah, I need to look for the Invader, which is probably the easiest one because it's literally just the bug. Like, it only has the one icon. But you know, it's just useful information that should be out there if it's not really that widespread. It could help your Sortie runs if you're looking for something specific or trying to avoid something specific. Like say you're on floor 3 and you really don't want to run into the dog, you know, the Hound Master. Then you know to avoid mutant, and you know what the icon is to look out for. If you're at a crossroads and you're able to avoid it, and you're like, man, I really don't want to lose the run to, like, I don't want to lose the run to Hound Master. Like, I'd rather end up fighting, like, I don't know, like, whatever, like, these guys, the idiots, or whatever. You know, it's there. So, yeah, I apologize for the long break on the content. I'm trying to get back into season 3. I'm like really far behind. I'm trying to see what sort of like information's out there because I don't want to like repeat information or put out information that's like, well, yeah, we already knew that like 5 weeks ago. So uh, it's a bit more difficult for me to find like niche things or like interactions that haven't been found or I don't know if they've been found. So if there's any other stuff that you guys want me to explain or talk about or showcase, please let me know. That way I know what you guys want to see and I know what to work towards. But I will try to do some of the stuff that I have backlogged since I've been gone. And I have like a whole thing that I have to scrap because it was literally supposed to be like I got a bunch of information at Diana launch and then I died that night. So all of this information about the what is it called, the persona cards and interactions with that and stuff, like I have to scrap all that because that information's already out there, so you guys don't need me to talk about that. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and if this information was useful, please please use it. I have the the image will be on the YouTube. It's already on the YouTube and it's already on Twitter, so bam bam, there's the links. I'll have the links as well in the pinned comment. And if you want to follow me on the Twitter, that's fine. You don't have to. I post on there more often than I do on the YouTube, like community post thing or whatever it's called. Um, but yeah, that's about it for now. So I hope you've been enjoying season 3, and I hope I'll have some more videos out shortly. Bye bye.